Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared204 here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and doing a redesign for the Panzer III Ausf L. The Panzer III, commonly known as the Panzer III, was a medium tank developed in the 1930s by Germany, and it was used extensively in World War II. The official German ordnance designation was Sd.Kfz 141. It was intended to fight other armored fighting vehicles and serve alongside and support similar Panzer IV, which was originally designed for infantry support. However, as the Germans faced the formidable T-34, more powerful anti-tank guns were needed, and since the Panzer IV had more development potential with a larger turret ring, it was redesigned to mount the long-barrel 7.5cm Kwk-40 gun. The Panzer III effectively swapped roles with the Panzer IV, as from 1942, the last version of the Panzer III mounted the 7.5cm Kwk-37L/24 that was better suited for infantry support. Production of the Panzer III ceased in 1943. Nonetheless, the Panzer III's capable chassis provided holes for the Sturmgeschütz 3 assault guns until the end of the war. So yeah, the Panzer III, a very iconic tank from Germany. Basically a smaller Panzer IV in a sense, and basically designed to kind of fill that gap between the light tanks of Germany and the nice kind of staple medium tank of the Panzer IV. But yeah, Panzer III definitely a tank that deserves recognition and its service during that time, as it was a pretty good tank for what it was. The L version we have in front of us, the Ausf L, was basically one of the pinnacle designs of the Panzer III, mounting the long-barreled 50mm gun, and also equipping 20mm armor plates to the front of the turret mantle, and also the front driver's viewport section of the vehicle as well. So giving it a little bit more extra protection and up-armoring the vehicle a little bit. But yeah, pretty nice design for this. Complete redesign compared to the last one, and definitely a huge improvement and a lot better designs all around for this build. But let's go ahead and kind of dive in here to taking a look here at the build, see exactly where we'll be going ahead and building. So starting off with, we have obviously the chassis of the tank here, so the road wheels, roller wheels, sprocket wheels, all that fun stuff. As you can see on the front here, we have the driver's viewport, the glass panes here representing that extra 20mm of armor kind of mounted onto the front of the tank. As you work away to the sides, we have all the detailing here on the side, extra gear, road wheels, all that kind of stuff mounted onto the side of the tank. And we have the turret itself. Again, you can see the longer barreled gun representing the 50mm long gun, and the turret slope, the commander's cupola up on top there, hatches on both sides here for loading ammunition and also for exiting the tank, and all the various detail leads here to the back of the vehicle. But overall, really nice design. I think going to make an awesome addition to any of your World War II worlds for Germany as a kind of later war type Panzer III version. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, so go ahead and move into our first layer here. We'll go ahead and start with layers 0 and 1. For these layers to go ahead and get started with, you're going to go and start place down a nether brick slab, followed by a nether brick top slab coming off that slab going toward the front. After you get that done, going off the side of this slab, we're going to place down a row 3 of stone top slabs, a nether brick slab, nether brick top slab coming off of it, and we then want to go and take our nether brick blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks in the ground. Same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 nether brick blocks there in the ground. We're going to go then place down a nether brick slab, nether brick top slab coming off of it. Same thing over here to this side as well. After that, we're going to go ahead and go between these nether brick slabs. We're going to place down a row 3 of stone top slabs, and we can just go ahead and fill in the space here down the center with stone top slabs, like so. After that's done, we're going to then place down a grindstone, like this, and we're going to then place down a second grindstone coming off of it. Same thing over here, like this. So we're going to have the grindstones coming off each other. If you're on bedrock, I don't think you can do this with the grindstones, so if that's the case, just go ahead and place them down on top of the ground like so. But if you can go ahead and place them coming off each other like that, definitely that's a preferred way to do it, because it looks a lot nicer and a lot more accurate to the wheel positioning. We then want to go and take item frames, and we're just going to place it down on the sides of those blocks, and then we're just going to place down stone blocks in those item frames. Same thing over here with our grindstones all the way along the side here, so same thing you just did on the other side, like that. And then again our item frames, and then our stone blocks in those item frames, like that. And then after we have that all done, we want to go in very simply, grab ourselves a dark oak wood fence gate, and on the back here, coming off the center stone top slab, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate and open it up toward the stone top slab. With that all complete, that's going to wrap up what we have there for layer 1, or layers 0 and 1, and with that, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 2. Alright guys, go ahead and move down to our next layer. We have layer number 2. For layer 2, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down a narrow brick stair on top of these two narrow brick top slabs. We then want to go ahead and go to the center space here on the stone top slab. We're going to place down a stone full block, an andesite wall that comes off the stone top slab, and then an andesite wall to both sides of that wall, like so for the front there. We then want to go and take item frames, place it on the two andesite walls, and we're going to go ahead and place down tripwire hooks in the item frames and rotate them so they're facing downwards. From this point here, we're going to go ahead and place down a polished andesite block to both sides like so, and we then want to go and place down a light gray shulker box out to the sides here as well. On the side of the shulker box, we're going to place down a item frame with a cobweb in the item frame, same thing over here as well, and we then want to go and place down a stone button coming off these shulker boxes up to the sides as well. Once we have that done, we're going to take our narrow brick top sides. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 narrow brick top sides back. And over here, same thing, 6 back as well. We can then want to go and fill the space to the center between those narrow brick top slabs with rows of 3 of stone full blocks to go and close that space off down the center. And then at this point here, we're going to place down one more additional row of 3 that goes across here, a light gray shulker box to both sides, stone button, item frame, cobweb. Same thing over here, stone button, item frame, and cobweb. And then we just want to place down a narrow brick top slab, or narrow brick stair, sorry, on these 2 top slabs like that. After that's done, we're going to place down a row of 3 of stone stairs, item frame on the stair to the left, a stone block in that item frame, a dark oak wood sign over the side of the stair, and then over here to this side on the tracks, we're going to go ahead and place down an item frame on the 2nd narrow brick top slab, the 4th, and the 6th, and we're going to go ahead and place down stone blocks in those item frames. One thing I did forget to mention is that putting the sign over the item frame is a Java only feature. If you're on Bedrock, you're not able to place a dark oak wood sign and item frame in the same block space. If that's the case, just go ahead and place down the item frame with the stone block and disregard the dark oak wood sign. But again, if you're on Java, this is a nice feature that you can do. And then on the tracks here also, where we have the item frames on the side of the narrow brick top slabs, we're just going to place down the dark oak wood signs as well along the side there. After that's all done, we're going to go do the same thing over here. So just like this, item frames in those stone blocks in those item frames, and dark oak wood signs again on the sides there if you're on Java. And with that all complete there, that's going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 2 for the build. And with that, we'll go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with, we're going to take flower pots and place them down on top of these 2 andesite walls like so. To the sides here, we're going to go ahead and place down a light gray carpet on top of those narrow brick stairs. After that, on the left side of the build, so over here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull on top of that shulker box. After that, going back from the skeleton skull, we're going to place down a redstone repeater facing this direction like so. And then over on the right side, we want to go in very simply, place down a stone slab here on top of this narrow brick top slab. A item frame coming off of it. In that item frame, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a black bed, rotated on side like so. And we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood sign over it if you are on Java. After that, we want to go ahead and take our stone blocks, go 1, 2, 3, stone blocks over, an item frame on this stone block here, a black bed in the item frame, rotated on its side, and a dark oak wood sign over like that for the driver's viewport. At this point here, we're going to then take light gray stained glass panes. We're going to place down 2 glass panes along the front there. Alright guys, so at this point here, we then want to go and go to the item frames, and we're just going to go and select the facing of them, and we are going to go and extend them out to the sides there. And again, this is if you have a debug stick. If you do not have access to a debug stick, then you can just go ahead and leave the item frames as they are. But using the debug stick gives us that extra length to those item frames, which fills the front here a lot better than just leaving them as they are. Anyways, at this point here, we're going to go and then take your stone blocks. We're going to place down a row 3 of stone blocks back from the first row 3, followed by a second row, a third, and a fourth row. To the left side of the build here, we're going to place down a grindstone on top of this narrow brick slab here, an item frame on the side of it, and then a stone block in the item frame. We then want to place down a spruce slab, stone brick slab, followed by a anvil, and then another grindstone. And then we're going to go ahead and then place down an additional grindstone, this time on top of the shulker box here. So on the side of this grindstone, we're also going to go ahead and place down an item frame, and then a stone block in the item frame, like so. And lastly, on the back here, a spruce wood slab on top of that stair. Over here to the other side, we're going to place down an iron trap door on top of after the stone block. We then want to place down a redstone repeater, like this after that. So right there. And we then want to go and place down a skeleton skull to the side of this stone block. After that, we want to go and then place down a dark oak defense gate, opened up toward the stone block. And we're going to then take end rods and place down a row of 1 and 2 end rods back, followed by a andesite wall on top of the stair like so. We then want to place down item frames on tops of these narrow brick top slabs, and this is something you'll only be able to do on Java. And we're going to go ahead and very simply just place down light gray stained glass panes in those item frames like that to kind of help keep a consistent gray color over the top there for the fenders over the tracks. After we have that done on the center space here, we want to go ahead and place down a polished andesite block to both sides here, stone block in the center. We're going to go then place down a stone brick stair to both sides, stone stair in the middle, and we're going to go and then place down a polished andesite stair to both sides, and then a polished andesite slab there in the center between the two stairs. Now in the back here, we're going to go and grab ourselves an item frame, followed by a red concrete block and a dark oak wood sign. We're going to place down an item frame here on the spruce wood slab and the wall, red concrete in those item frames, and a dark oak wood sign over the item frame like so. And we also want to go and just very simply place a skeleton skull come off the side of this, or I should say the front here of this polished andesite stair. With that all done though, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 3, and with that let's move into layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to get started with here, we're going to place down a stone block that's going to go on top of this stone block here. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone upside down stair to both sides, and then after that a row 3 of stone blocks directly behind that row. We then want to go ahead and grab a stone stair. We're going to place down a stone upside down stair coming off the center here, and then taking our stone slabs, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 top slabs going forward from it. We then want to grab our light gray stained glass panes. We're going to place these down to both sides of this stone stair. And then you go ahead and using our debug stick here, we'll go ahead and change the facing of these directions. So just like this. And extend this one. Boom, there we go. So we'll extend the glass panes like that. And also, again, with the debug stick, we can go ahead and also change the direction here, or the shape of the stair. So we create a corner stair that looks like that there to kind of get the slope of the armor a little bit more accurate. So just like that. After that's all complete, we want to go and then grab a item frame, place it down on both sides of this row 3 of stone blocks across, a black concrete block in the item frame, and then a dark oak wood sign on the side here of the block as well on Java. We want to go and then place down a polished andesite block to both sides, stone block here in the center, and then coming off this polished andesite block, we're going to go and very simply just place down a tripwire hook here to the left side, and over to the right side, we're going to go and just place down a end rod on top of the skeleton skull for now. On the very back here, we're going to place down a stone block in the center, followed by an andesite wall to both sides like so, and then another stone slab that's going to be coming off this stone full block there. So just like that. And then to both sides here, we're just going to go ahead and place down a daylight detector and turn these to night mode on top of those polished andesite blocks. And with that all done there, that is going to conclude layer number 4 for the build. And with that, we're going to go and move into our last final layers. Alright guys, moving into our last final layers. To go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down an iron trap door on top of this stone upside down stair, followed by a row of 3 of daylight detectors like so, and we're going to go and turn these to the night mode like that. We then want to place down a row 3 of stone slabs across, a polished andesite stair in the center, and a narrow stair coming off on the back here like so. We're going to then place down a skeleton skull to both sides on those polished andesite blocks, followed by another set of skeleton skulls at a slight angle on top of these andesite walls. So just like that. And we're going to go then place down a stone slab on top of that top slab there with a skeleton skull to both sides of that slab. After we have that done, we want to go then take our iron bars and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron bars up just like that for the radio antenna. And with that all complete there, that is going to wrap up my tutorial there for the Panzer III Ausf. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do use this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This can be anything from sign the build, to link to my channel, or his video if this does appear on social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.